Hi guys, I'm so sorry I haven't been uploading. I've been busy. I just got back from Florida and that was a whole crazy stuff. So I went to Florida, I have him on vacation. I've been kind of busy with just based off that. Um and some stuff was have been kind of coming up and I've been super busy and I forgot. Like I'm really, 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 really sorry um, about that. But I've been I went down to Universal Studios. I went down to Islands of Adventure, that sort of area. So I went to there. I also, um, as you can see, I cut my fingernails and unscraped, just wiped off all the polish on my fingers. My toes still have them, if you can see. Yeah, sorry, I've been kind of busy. I've been, dealing with family vacation stuff, family stuff, life stuff, um, just that kind of thing in general. So yeah, I haven't really been kind of, I haven't exactly been in a good place. I've been kind of busy. I forgot. I've been I've just been so out of it. Um, yeah, I've just been super busy, so sorry about that. In other news, I guess you guys have heard that Josh Duggar, he was supposed to be sentenced this month. I think on Tuesday. He next week. It was supposed to be like next week for um Josh Duggar's sentencing from, remember back in December he was convicted of, well, anyways, he was convicted on that stuff. He was supposed to be sentenced like next week, but somehow they got managed to push it back till. Okay, I take it back. It was supposed to be either this week or next week, the sentencing, but they pushed it all the way back to May almost. So they so they pushed back the Josh Duggar stuff. I don't know how or why they got that, but they did. So yeah. It's just, oh my goodness, why? Uh I mean, here's the thing. Again, when it comes to sentencing people, okay, let's take the Elizabeth Smart case, because oh my goodness, this poor woman actually was taken in between states. Well, but what happened was, the two defendants, the Wanda Barzee and Brian David Mitchell. Mitchell couldn't be wasn't sentenced from, I think, 2003 ish to 2011. I think that, I think that sounds about right. And versus Barzee, she she turned herself in, got a plea deal. She was in jail for months. I think either months or years. I don't remember, but it was. She turned herself in. She was in prison for months on end, or maybe even years. I honestly don't remember. Um, but then she got out because she turned herself in. She was in prison. She was, she was in prison versus Mitchell wasn't. So that's how she's technically now on parole, Barzee. So she still can't technically, uh, well, honestly, she should never be allowed to contact. She should never be allowed to contact Elizabeth Smart. But now, if she contacts her, she'll be thrown back in the prison. But but anyways, that's beside the point. um, that's beside the point. But because she turned herself in, her release date was miscalculated. Versus her husband, who was I don't remember where he was, but he wasn't in prison. Let's just put it that way. Barzee wasn't in prison. Mitchell wasn't. But they miscalculated Barzee's release date, so that's how she is now on parole. Versus her husband, who wasn't in prison, and then now he's, I don't remember how long he's in there for, but that, you get the point. Because Josh Duggar, like Mitchell, Brian David Mitchell, was not in prison during the waiting time. Something tells me. I mean, obviously he's in prison now. He's in prison now that he's convicted. But like the big difference is just like with Barzee and Mitchell. Is Barzee, she pled guilty. She was in prison for I don't remember how long. Versus Mitchell wasn't. So that's different. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is Josh was not in prison this whole time, so that's probably going to factor into it. There's a lot of other factors that'll factor into his sentencing, but I think it's probably just there's a lot of stuff that's kind of backed up. A lot of stuff were kind of held up, especially the federal government, especially like COVID stuff. So yeah. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I've been kind of busy with my life, so I haven't really. But I have been kind of paying attention to Josh Duggar, sort of, in my family, so really sorry. Anyways, I hope. All I know is I hope that Josh Duggar rots in prison for years. So, bye.